let's look at how to do an array in a semi-language. So in order to do this, I'm going to create a program that will convert a lowercase digits or characters into uppercase characters. So let's go ahead and call this one toUpper, toUpper.asm. All right. In this, I am going to have a section for my data, and I'll have a string in here, and I'm going to make that a bunch of bytes. So let's call it hello world, and I'll put a null termination at the end. Now that's going to be my input string. I also want to have an out string, so I'll make another section. And I'll put this in the BSS section. So this is for the non-initialized data. And I'll call this out str. And I'm going to do RESB. So I'm going to reserve bytes. And I want just 32 bytes because, we don't know how long the string is going to be, but we know it's going to be, well, this length. But we'll just say 32 bytes. So next, I'm going to go ahead and let the program know that I have a global start, which I can then use to get into the program when I'm running it from the command line. Start. All right, someday learn how to spell. So the first thing I want to do is have an index to each of these locations. So string is currently pointing to the H, and outstr is pointing to the first of the 32 bytes. So I'm going to go ahead and get some pointers, and I'll just do a move RSI, and I'll put string in that one. So that one is going to be my index for my input string. And then I'm going to use RDI for my out string, and that'll be the index for output str. Okay. So now I need to have a loop. So I've got this convert loop, and in this loop I'm going to first load a character into register. I want to put in RAX, but moving a single character into RAX is difficult, so I'll put it into AL, and I'm going to move the address of RSI, which is this input string right now. So I'm taking that one as the first character and putting it in there. Now I'm going to see, is this the null termination at the end? And if it is, I am done. So I'll do a CMP AL, I can do RAX as well, 0. If they are done, then I'm going to jump to done with the convert. All right, so I should probably create that section in here. Done convert. We'll get to that later. All right. So continue on. The next thing I want to do is figure out, is this a lowercase letter? Because that's the only ones I want to convert. Is I want to convert all my uppercase letter or lowercase letters into uppercase letters. So we'll get rid of anything that's not lowercase, right? So I can compare this letter, which is now an AL, to an A. And if it is, let's see, if it's less than that, then I want to do a not lower. So it's just not a lowercase letter. And so we will jump to that. So I'll create a not lower section on here, not lower. All right. So what this one basically does is it says if AL is less than A, then go to not lower. That's what it's doing. Now I'm going to compare this one as well. Compare AL to my capital Z or lowercase z. And this one is going to be if AL is greater than Z, then go to, it's not a lowercase letter. So I need to do my jump. Jump greater than. There we go. Not lower. All right. So now I've got my checks to make sure it's in the right range. The next thing I do is just convert that letter. Now, the letter is going to ask out some ASCII value, and so I can subtract from AL 32. Why 32? Well, because if we do an ASCII lowercase a minus an ASCII uppercase a, that's actually going to equal 32. So that's why we get the number 32, because it's 32 between the two of them in the ASCII tables. All right, at this point, we have converted the letter or we haven't converted it. So we have the letter coming in. Right here is AL. We've either converted it right here or we didn't convert it, in which case it's the same. Either way, we want to take that letter that we now have in this position and just save it. So we're going to move our letter into the index located at RDI. So RDI, if you remember from up above, is right up here. RDI is our outstring. So that's the pointer to the first location in the outstring currently. So basically, we're just putting it back into the string. So basically, it's out str, our index, whatever index is going to be equal to whatever's in RAX. And the other way, when we were grabbing it, RAX was equal to whatever our string input for our index is. All right, so that's basically what's happening there. Next, after we have done this, we want to increment both of our indexes, so we're pointing to the next one. So we'll increment RSI, and we're going to also increment RDI. Now, RSI and RDI are not values like 0. They are really large numbers because they're the actual address in memory. So just keep that in mind. Now I'll go and jump back up to my convert loop, and if we are still, if we're not at the 0, then we'll continue on doing this until we're done. So when we're finally done with everything, we're going to get down to this done section. And what we want to do is figure out, well, if we're at the end of the string, which we are, so maybe what we want to do is just put a new line at the end of the string. So we'll move into the end of the string, and we'll move a byte into our RDI location, because RDI is been incremented right here, and then it jumped down here, and we're done. And so we're going to put the byte we're going to put in there is a 10, which happens to be the new line character. So put that in there, and then we can increment RDI, and the reason we want to do that is because we want to keep track of how long this is. Now you remember this is a big address, but we can subtract addresses and calculate out addresses. Now we've been doing a lot of moving, and so we've seen moving, but let's go ahead and do a load effective address. So we'll do LEA and RBX. So we're going to load the relative out str. So what we're doing is grabbing the address from str. So this label str up here, way up here, out str. We have this address right here. We're going to grab that, and then we've got RDI, which is basically out str plus a bunch of increments. Every time it gets added to it, it increments. So we can subtract from that, right? So we can do that. But we want to have our length put in RDX, because when we print, we want RDX. So we'll just go ahead and move the RDI into RDX. RDI, actually RDX, RDI. So we're moving that in there. And then we just subtract RDX from RB, or take RBX off of RDX. So what this does is gives us the length. Okay, so this is the length of the string. Now it's not the length of the original string, it's the length of the out string, because the out string has a new line added to the end of it. Okay, so now what we want to do is go ahead and just print it. So we can do a print right here, print the string in out stir. So for a string print, we need to move into RAX the value 1. So that is the syscall number for a syswrite. We want to move into our DI the 1, because that is the file descriptor. File descriptor for standard out. And then we want to move into RSI, the address of what we're printing. And we can do a load effective address here, or we're going to move, either one. So we're going to move into RSI, out stir. And then we're just going to call syscall. We also usually put into RDX the length of the string, but we already have that taken care of up here. So we do the syscall. That'll print out the string. And then we want to do our exit. Exit 0. And so we just move into RAX, the system call ID for sys exit, which is 60, and we can move into RDI, the value is 0, and we can do that with an XOR. XOR, RDI, RDI, and so that basically just does a move RDI 0, because we just want 0 there. And then we do syscall in order to exit. So that's all you have to do in order to convert it to uppercase. So let's go ahead and see if we made any mistakes. And in order to do that, we just need to first assemble the code. So we do nasm, and we're going to do this as an ELF64 binary, and we do toUpper, and we're going to have our out object be toUpper.o, and then we need to link it ld toUpper.o as toUpper. All right, and then let's go ahead and run it and see if it works. So you can see that it did convert hello world into hello world. So you can see how this all works, and tells you how to then index into arrays.